Fleaandbickshow. Today we are talking Tigers. I don't want to hit the panic button. We were talking about it. Hopefully not, Bick, but we got a lot to talk about, so we're glad that you're here with us. Follow us on YouTube.
At the Fleaandbickshow. We'll be on TikTok and Instagram in the future, but right now we're on YouTube. Give us a follow.
Yep, appreciate it. All right, getting right into it. So, I was at the ballpark Sunday.
Mm-hmm. So a week from tomorrow, 6 days ago.
Yes. So, in that game, great game. We're winning, riding high, everything. And again, just kind of almost like the same situation that plays out every time that I'm watching a Tiger game now, it seems like.
Nowadays.
We're up, we're doing good, and then all of a sudden,
bang.
Bullpen panic. Or something happens. We throw a home run. And I mean, it's not just little either. It's, it's devastating. It's game cost.
Momentum killer.
So, I guess, looking at that, and talking about the bullpen, because that's the first thing on my list, what's going on? Break it down for us, T. I mean, looking at the bullpen.
Yeah, not good. And, jeez.
All right.
The thing about it, too, is, like, we're just such a different team from last year. Whereas last year, when we got hot, we had one of, like, the best bullpens. I mean, we had Scooball. That was, like, our only starter last year. And we just had bullpen days, and they were all come together. And, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, 99% sure Tyler Holland literally got MVP votes last year.
Yeah.
And now he's one of the worst relievers on a team. And it's just like, that run was a blessing. I mean, it was a blessing. It was a great run. I had a lot of fun. We went to the game that they clinched, but it's also, Scott Harris looked at that team, and it was a playoff team, so, like, he didn't make the necessary things to do in the offseason. I mean, he did do some great stuff. Tommy Kahnle.
Don't get me started on Tommy Kahnle.
He was good to start. He's been okay.
Yeah, and I can't take it away from Tommy.
Gleyber Torres was a great pickup.
Yes.
Flaherty, he's been hit or miss. And because, like, Flaherty's so bipolar. He'll do great against one team, terrible against the next. I know you have the stats. His ERA versus playoff teams.
I couldn't believe it when you told me this. So, the better ERA against better teams. 1.85 ERA playoff, Jack Flaherty.
Yeah.
And then we have 6.85
bad teams.
Non-playoff teams. So, what does that tell you? Jack locks in what he needs to? Is
tells
he clutch?
You the team that we saw in the second half, and that's what I've been seeing.
Because he was clutch.
We've been playing down to our competition.
And he was clutch last year in the playoffs.
For the Dodgers.
For the Dodgers. Now, looking at his career, because Jack's got to think, too, hey, man, what's my, obviously the better Jack does or the further the Tigers go, he's looking at it, if he's looking at it from that dollar perspective. And I hate to say that because I don't have any bad qualms with Jack Flaherty. But I have to ask the question, and I know this is the burning question that everybody in Detroit is asking, and especially after last night's scare with Scooball, because he is our ace. He is the best pitcher in baseball.
He is okay, if anyone didn't hear that.
Yes.
His test came back negative, but I mean, he's day-to-day as we speak right now.
But saying this, and here's the question, and I'm going to put it to you, Bick. Is our bullpen going to carry us in the playoffs?
Absolutely not. If we're going to do anything in the playoffs, it's going to be because, by some grace of God, our pitchers get hot and our offense is rolling. But our bullpen just is not good enough to. How many people do you seriously trust in your bullpen? Montero, he gave up a walk-off today, today's September 13th. He gave up a walk-off. He has been pretty good, so I trust him.
Yeah, Montero, he's been.
I trust Best.
I trust Will Vest.
We call him like our safety, like the safety vest.
The safety vest, yes.
I trust him. I trust Montero, and I trust Finnegan. Other than that, I mean, some days you get good Kahnle, some days you get bad Kahnle. Some days you get good Tyler Holton, other days you get bad Tyler Holton.
Yeah.
And Troy Melton has been pretty good, but
what about Paddock? Your boy Paddock. I know he fell apart the other night.
Why isn't Troy Melton in the starting rotation?
So, I guess that's the perfect segue to my next one is, what is the lineup for the bullpen playoff?
Like our starting rotation?
Yeah, what's our starting rotation?
Well, Screwball number 1, obviously.
Yeah.
But then
Flaherty.
After
Flaherty,
do you trust
number
Flaherty?
2.
I mean, he's been good against playoff teams, but if you're bad against bad teams, chances are you're going to get to the postseason and crap the bed. Do you trust Flaherty? Casey Mize had a good outing last time, but do you trust him? I don't. Charlie Morton, we've seen good Charlie Morton against the Phillies in his Tigers debut. We've seen bad Charlie Morton against the White Sox.
Yeah. And I hate to dump on the bullpen because they do have good days. You know, few and far between lately. Because, again, if you're rolling down the postseason, every game right now every game matters. I don't care how far ahead you are, whatever. You keep winning baseball. You get into a momentum. You're rolling in, like how Detroit did last year when they went on that crazy run. I mean, that was something else, man.
I mean, that segues us to our next thing. As of tonight, September 13th, the Tigers lost 6-4 to the Miami Marlins on a walk-off. Cleveland beat Chicago 3-1. We're 6.5 up on Cleveland. They're 8-2 in their last 10. We're 4-6. Now, we still have 6 games against Cleveland. 3 after this series, and then we go play Atlanta, and then we go play Cleveland again.
Okay.
And then we finish in Boston.
So we got 12 games left.
6 against Cleveland.
6 games. So half of those games are against Cleveland, who
is the second place team and is 6.5 back right
now. What's your predict? What's your fan duel on those 6 games? How many games are the Tigers taking?
Let's say, just for the sake of the argument, we both win tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tigers ain't Cleveland. We'd be 6.5 up with
6.5 up.
And with 10 games left.
10 games left.
3. Actually, yeah. I think there'd be. I don't know how many games would be left, but I'm gonna check that. Sorry.
No. Basically, I'm looking at with this Cleveland series. You know, I know Screwball is going to be back into the lineup. You know, I guess this is really going to tell the tale, right? I mean, if we're playing Cleveland. And
we have 12. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
We have 13 games left. One of them's against Miami. So by the time we go into the Cleveland series, we'd have 12 games left.
Okay.
6 of those against Cleveland, 6.5 up.
Whew.
I didn't think it'd come down to this, but so those 6 games against Cleveland.
So again, is it all bullpen? Because I know that we have the bats. We have the different lineup.
No, I just don't trust any of our pitching right now besides Screwball. I mean,
and that's sad because that's not going to get us. It's not going to get us a championship.
No, it's not. And
I hate to be a Debbie Downer, because I mean Detroit is my team. I love Detroit. It's just they got to reach down and win these ball games and not have the mistakes. And all it takes is a bad pitch, 2-run shot, 3-run shot. How many home runs? Probably have to track down that statistic for a while. How many home runs have we given up, or has our bullpen given up since July?
Probably well over 50. No, that's a lot. Probably well over 25, 30.
Shit, I mean, I've seen, I don't know how many, just in, some of the games that I've seen recently here.
So, if my math is correct, let's say we both win tomorrow.
Okay.
We win tomorrow and Cleveland wins tomorrow. We'd be 6.5 up with 12 games left. Let's say we sweep Cleveland. We get 3 games back. It'd be 9.5 with 9 games to go. So, if I'm correct, if we sweep Cleveland and win tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we win the division. Because
we can do it.
There's 12 games left. Subtract 3 from Cleveland. We beat 3. We're 9.5 up with 9 games to go. And we'd have the tiebreaker on Cleveland. We also have, I don't know if we have the tiebreaker on Kansas City, but Kansas City keeps on losing. We don't.
I'm going to trust you on those numbers. I'm going to hold you to that.
I think.
No, you're good.
I don't know how true those are, but that makes sense to me.
All right, so touched on the games left. Let's talk about Riley Greene, because Riley Greene is my Tiger. Riley Greene. Guy is amazing. Captain of the team. They were talking about it the other night, and I got to give him props again, too, because this is cool. This is just the caliber player that he is. He struck out. He had a good at-bat. He was battling up there. I forget, it was probably like a 9 or 10 pitch at-bat. So it was a good at-bat. But he was battling, and you know how it is when you get called on maybe a questionable strike, or even if you whiff on one man, just been battling. You're like, you don't want to lose that battle, So you would think, either being pissed off or whatever, going back to the dugout. He stops, takes the time. He was talking to Cole Keith. Hey, man, like that slider that he's throwing, look at that. This is the way that it's coming in or whatever. He was passing on that knowledge, even though, again, he could have just went back down, got his stuff or whatever. He was taking that time, talking to, a younger player. Hey, man, this is, what to look for. So, and I love that about Riley because, again, he is a team captain. 34 home runs. He's on pace. He could hit 40 home runs. I mean,
but is that worth? He's also on pace to break the strikeout record in MLB history.
So there's always a flip side, right?
When you're a power hitter, you are going to strike out more.
But making those big plays, rejuvenating the team, infusing that big hit, that big, You look at Wenzel Perez, man, that guy, he's a beast when he's up. Dylan Dingler, they have these guys that can get on base. And they can steal, too, And I don't understand where a lot of other situations, if your bullpen is struggling, get those guys moving. You're going to have to, play off your other strengths, knowing that you're pitching and that's generating runs. So that's where we were talking about where they have the games, they score 1 run, 2 runs. How are you going to score 2 runs one game? You need to generate those hits, especially if your bullpen is struggling. That's how you do that, stealing bases. And Detroit is pretty good at that. I like the aggressiveness on the base running, but they need to gather up some other magic to infuse those.
We need magic because
we do.
Right now, people are saying it's over. You're gonna win the division. Like you would have to mess up like catastrophically in order to cough up the division. But baseball's that one game where like it's not over until it's over. You don't know shit about shit until it's over. That's my language. But this we shouldn't be talking about this midway through September when we were 15 up in July.
But we're going to talk about it, aren't we? We are going to talk about it.
I have a statistic.
All right. Let's hear it.
We were swept. And, these are all, games we should have won, in my opinion. We were swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Home series lost to the Twins. Swept by the Athletics. Home series lost to the Mets. And they're literally falling. They're a good team, but they're falling apart right now.
I know.
Home series lost to the White Sox.
Hey, man, the Mets have Scherzer.
I don't think they do.
Did they have Scherzer?
They did.
They did.
They had Scherzer and Verlander at the same time.
When did they trade? When did that happen?
23, I think. And they traded both of them away at the trade deadline because they were falling apart back then. They traded away Javi Baez. No, they didn't. They traded for Javi Baez that year. Home series lost to the White Sox.
Sorry, my bad, dude.
Home series lost to the White Sox, and we just lost the series to the Marlins.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up.
How many series is that?
That's those games. Say those series again. That Chicago White Sox series should have been a sweep.
Should have been the Marlins suck. The Marlins are a terrible team.
Easy. Don't let any of the Marlins hear you say that.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are 6 series where we should have at least won and we lost all. That's 10 to 15 games. We win. We don't play down to our competition. The division would have been over by the start of September.
But you know what? Maybe they're waiting until they get into the playoffs. Maybe AJ Hinch has something up his sleeve.
And maybe we saw that in 2006 where they sleptwalked their way.
Maybe he's got something up his sleeve. And I'm only saying this because looking at the current situation, obviously, Screwball almost getting hurt. A lot of people in this town would just
I was holding. You were holding their breath.
holding their breath. But there's got to be something else that AJ Hinch has, because if not, I mean, what do you have a championship team?
I don't know, and that goes to Sky Harris. I mean,
and I hate to say that, I do, because
this has been a fun year.
It's been a fun year. It started off great,
perfect.
Amazing, and then we just kind of lost our way.
We got to July and we just started.
It was like after the All-Star break.
We have a losing record since the All-Star break.
I know,
and we have Scooball, and that does help a lot in the series, because 1-0 is a lot better than 0-1, obviously. But who's starting game 2? You can't trust Flea. I don't trust any of these pitchers right now besides the best pitcher in the world. And I'm scared that this is just a mediocre team that is the best pitcher in the world.
But at the same time, when they're playing in Detroit, because we've been at Detroit, when it's packed, full house at Comerica,
you can't beat it.
That energy that's down there. And again, momentum. We talked about it, right? You get one of those games in Detroit or a good series, especially starting right off, depending on who we draw. I see us at least going that far. Now, round 2.
And my question to you is, what would we have to do if we? Okay, hear me out. If we do win the division, and then because if you win the division, and we're likely to get one of the first round byes.
Yeah.
If you win the division and then lose in the ALDS, is that a successful season to you? Because we haven't won the division in 11 years.
Your goal for any player is to win. Win championships, win divisions, win.
But is that a successful season to you? We haven't won the division in 11 years, but we did make the ALDS last year, and we lost to Cleveland in 5.
It would be nice, and I don't want to use injuries for excuses for the way that Detroit has played.
If Reese Olson and Jackson Jobe didn't get hurt, I mean, we saw it in the first half. We were the best team in baseball. When we have pitching depth, because AJ Hinch is just he's the smartest guy there is.
AJ Hinch, friend or foe? He's turned out to be a friend.
He knows when to put guys where. And Reese Olson, you could argue, was our number 2 starter.
Well, looking at the tools that he has, Reese Olson, Jackson Jobe, these are 2 huge pieces to your rotation. They were. Jackson Jobe, when he was pitching, he's what, 22, 23? It's my son's age. Kid's throwing smoke, 100 miles an hour. And his changeup is just nasty. He was I think he was going to be AJ Hinch's ace in the hole. And to see him not come back, I don't know when he had Tommy John's, right?
So he'll probably come back midway through next year.
I mean, like I said, when we were looking at the lineup, what do they have with that bullpen that can carry us? We're going to need to hit. We're going to need to hit in the playoffs. We are. We're going to need to steal bases. We're going to need to make the other team
make mistakes.
You
saw it. We lost today in the Miami game, but when you add pressure, because I think it was either Zach McKitchy or Parker Meadows, he went to tag up, and the center fielder gobbled the ball trying to throw home. That's an extra run.
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, pushing that envelope, which again Detroit is great at doing, but that's going to be a big contributing factor if they are going to go deep in the playoffs. And again, I hate to say that it's not going to be the bullpen that's going to be helping them out or that's going to get them there. But that, again, just centering on the big issue of can we hold up? Can Scooball stay healthy?
And maybe what this team needs is just, say you at the All-Star break, that's a whole week off. But maybe this team just needs a 2 to 3, because we saw this, the 2006 Tigers, what happened is they got a couple days off, and they basically sleptwalked their way to the postseason in the second half, got a couple days off, made it to the World Series. Maybe that's what... And the thing about this team is, you see glimpses of the first half Tigers. We saw that in the Yankees series when we won a game 12-2, and then we see what we are right now. The next game we lost like 8-2, I think.
Yeah,
and it's just frustrating because you know that that first half team, that's a team that can beat anyone.
and it's almost like it's either a full tank of gas or not any gas at all. Because again, when we lose like that, it's almost like, hey, is this an off day? Where like you can't have off days in the playoffs. Like we got to be rejuvenated, man. We got to be juicing. So.
And that's why we should be beating these bad teams because we had a back and forth game with the Miami Marlins today, and even if
just like that White Sox series, man, that's
but the worst part about that isn't even losing. It's gutting our good bullpen pieces. Vest pitched 2 innings today. Montero pitched today. I mean, Canely, he's not.
Don't get me started.
I'm going to trust him. But
don't get me started.
He's still
an
arm, and he still pitched. Melton's. We used 4 bullpen pieces today.
I know. Are we going to do that in the playoffs? Probably.
We're going to have to.
It ain't going to be going very long. You know?
But we've had every opportunity to seal this division away, and we just couldn't do it.
All right. We're going to take a break from the Tigers for a second. Michigan today.
They looked great. 63-3. Bryce Underwood has arrived.
Woo.
Sharon Moore is facing his 2-game suspension. And
what did he get suspended for again?
The sign stealing scandal.
Oh, jeez. Allegedly.
But
nice.
I mean, we won 63-3 today. Bryce Underwood, the freshman.
Wow, man.
The kid. Do you watch that game? He had a touchdown bomb. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's here.
I did not catch that game today, but when you told me the score earlier before we started, I was just like, holy cow, man. Yeah. Like, that's a good day for Michigan.
And the thing is, this interim coach who's coaching this week, I can't remember his name. It starts with like a P. Excuse me. But,
Still have to stat that up later.
Yeah. He centers the game plan around Bryce Underwood, and I think Coach Moore, he's just too conservative. He plays not to lose when he should be playing to win.
Play to win. I agree. Now, what about Lions? What happened with the Lions, man? I know we were going to kind of briefly touch on that.
They lost week 1. They lost both their coordinators, but it's too early to hit the panic button, in my opinion. The Packers are a good team this year.
Yeah, I really wanted to beat Green Bay, though.
They beat the Commanders 27-18 this week. Thursday Night Football, but I think they're just a good team. I think it's too early to hit the panic button. We play the Bears tomorrow.
Yeah, I know a lot of my fantasy football stuff was just all wonky.
By the time this is out, I don't know if we play the Lions tomorrow or we play the Bears yet. But what's your prediction?
Man,
you have any start sits? Like, do you have any players you're looking out for?
People have been doubting Jared Goff. I'm not going to doubt him. Because Ben Johnson, first off, they're playing Ben Johnson, which is unique in itself with this game. I guess looking at it from this angle, because obviously Jared Goff knows his style. So if Jared can pick up on that, or they, especially with the way that they need to coordinate themselves instead of that, they looked sloppy last week. They need to be on it. They need to be making plays. They need to be assertive of where the hell they're going. Defense can get a couple of big stops. All Goff needs to do is just launch a couple of them. Especially against Ben Johnson, because you know he's going to do something.
The Bears' secondary is not good. They fell apart to J.J. McCarthy last week, who's my guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If Goff can...
They can get one pass up,
they get a couple.
It'll be a good game.
So that's my prediction. I'm going to take the Lions because, again, I never really called against the Lions as of lately, but I was surprised in that Packer game. But they didn't show up week 1. They just didn't show up to play. So, what else do we got around here, around the leagues, Detroit sports?
Kansas City versus Philadelphia this week.
Oof.
Who do you got?
I'm going to go Philly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think? See, Philly's just... They won this. They're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but I can't see.
I don't like Kansas City.
No, me neither.
That's why I'm not picking them, regardless of whatever else.
I can't see them starting 0-2. That's my thing, because Patrick Mahomes is just—he's too good to start 0-2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2.
Yeah, but sometimes the tide turns, my friend. So I don't know. I don't want to say that Kansas City is doomed this year, but I got a feeling. And sometimes when I get a feeling, it goes down.
One more thing on the Tigers.
Yeah. Let's hear it. Because I know the Tigers, they got me fired up too. And for good reason. Because with the way that they played this year, and I know we were talking about it earlier, starting off hot, playing just awesome, great baseball, double plays. Like you said, we picked up Gleyber Torres. He was destroying the ball, which, and he still is, doing his thing, but rolling into the playoffs, we need to see this team energized. They almost look like they're playing tired right now. I know that we're playing hurt.
And we haven't had an off day in a while, but
man, we need like that Popeye spinach or something. Just boom.
My thing is.
I mean, do you agree? Do you agree with me on that?
I agree. But my thing is, this team, and they're a young team, but this team has never had to play baseball and like keep up with other people when expectations were on. Because last year, no one expected them to do anything, and they just got hot. Like, they didn't have expectations last year. This year they do. And I feel like all these young guys, they're a young team, and they haven't played in a position where, like, they need to stay ahead.
Yeah.
I think
I see what
I
you're
feel like
saying.
they can sense.
Yeah.
They can sense Cleveland objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. They can sense Cleveland creeping up on them, and I mean,
well, and that's where your Riley. That's where your Riley.
That's where your players. That's where your veteran players like Gleyber Torres and them need to step up. And my thing is,
now what about sorry to cut you off. I know we haven't talked about him. I know he got hurt the other night. I'm glad that he's all right because that was just nasty. That foul ball to the face. What do you think about Baez? Did he fall back into his? Did he fall back into his slump stuff again? Because I know the way that he's been swinging the bat.
I don't think so. Actually,
he's been swinging on.
He has been swinging at garbage lately, but I'm going to defend him until I.
He has great defense. Yeah. Can't take it away from you, Javi. We love you on the defense.
But we haven't seen Javi play in the postseason as a Tiger yet because he was hurt last year, and then this year he's had a not career year, but like a career rejuvenating year.
Yeah. He has.
I'm excited to see him in the play because he thrives for those big moments. That walk off against the Red Sox.
Yeah, man. And, God, wouldn't that be awesome? Because I love it. I think Javi is a great ball player. My wife loves Javi. I like Javi. I don't like when he swings at garbage and he does some of that stuff. But some of the plays that he's made, he's got a phenomenal glove. He just cleans up that bat a little bit. I'm telling you, all-star. Just like how he was. He was riding high off of that. Again, it's that rejuvenation. It's that injected, that, hey, they got to get hot.
And last thing.
They got to start gelling.
Cleveland, they're catching up. But we're lucky because these three games.
I hate Cleveland.
I hate Cleveland too because they're clutch and we're not clutch. But the thing is, these first 3 games against Cleveland, in my opinion, are a little more important than the 3 who play the next time. Because we play Cleveland, then we play Atlanta, and then we play Cleveland again, and then we end with Boston. But these three right now are more important. These ones are at Comerica.
Yes.
If you are going, be loud.
Be loud.
Show out.
And Detroit will. Because
I'll be there against the Braves Sunday.
Yeah, my down. He's going to be down there representing. So,
be loud.
Be loud.
Make Cleveland
Grit.
So, we play Cleveland at home, Atlanta at home, and then we end in Cleveland, and we end in Boston.
From Boston.
These 3 games against Cleveland. And right now we're not playing like we need to. We need to adapt or we need to die. Because right now we are not playing the way we should be.
If they sweep Cleveland, I'm telling you, I'm going to be on here and I'm going to be a happy camper because and they can do it. The Tigers have, and I know that we dumped on them. We were negative with the bullpen, and it is frustrating for us as huge Tiger fans to see the whole game going. I mean, just our way, everything, and then all of a sudden, it's like a steak right to the heart sometimes. So
Adapt or die.
adapt or die. Well, that's about. I think we got everything going. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this podcast. So check us out. Bick, give them all the info real quick.
Fleaandbickshow at YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok and Instagram. In the future, we'll keep you updated. But yeah, follow us on YouTube right now, and we'll go from there.
So, oh yeah, buddy. So in the next couple coming weeks, we want to do a couple of movie. We want to do a couple of movie bios. We will stay tuned in with the Tigers. So we'll try and get one out next week if we can, if we've got time. But until then, hey, go Tigers.
Tigers.
We love you, Detroit.
Stay safe.
Stay
Be
safe.
loud.
Be loud. Be loud. All right, we out.